our first epic ride of our trip to northern Italy. So for our first trip, we did 117 kilometers, more than 3,000 meters of climb. It took us more than 6 hours to complete the trip. So our first part of the journey, the first 30 kilometers, was going downwards from Bormio to Mazzo, and from there was the start of the climb to the Mortirolo. The climb for the Mortirolo is about 1,300 meters. So Mortirolo sits at 1,851 meters. So it's not that long, but it's very steep. It's the average gradient is 11%, with some pitches at 14-15%. So it's very, very tough. This was our first encounter with the mountains. It was brutal to start with this one, but yeah, we persevered. We made some stops, and we reached the summit, but not without pain. So it was quite an hectic climb for our first one. Like you can see, it was beautiful weather, a bit warm though, climbing, with some sections quite exposed, as you can see, to the sun. So it was hot. In addition to being tough on the legs, it was also hot. So it was quite a challenge. And as you can see, each bend had a number, and number 0 is when you reach the top. So you're counting down each of these hairpins and hoping that you'll reach the last one as soon as possible. Some are long, some are short, but definitely we're really counting them down. Count how many stops we made, but definitely we had to stop often with 14-15% gradient. There's so much you can do. Just pushing the pedal takes a lot of power, so at one point you're just exhausted. So this is us now reaching the top. After the climb, there's always a very nice descent. This one going down to Monno, which sits at about 1,000 meters, so 800 meters of descending, which is really amusing and fun, with nice scenery. The weather, but the mountains, it was really exhilarating, and we had a lot of fun going down. And after that, we made our way towards Ponte di Legno, which is the beginning of the next climb, which will lead us to Passo Gavia. lunch at Ponte di Legno, which maybe was not the best idea because just after eating we had to start climbing again. But we needed some fuel, additional fuel, to make sure we could manage the next climb. So Ponte di Legno is at 1258 meters and Passo Gavia is at 2652. So that's another 1,400 meters of climbing and 1,600 from Mono. So that's also a good climb. So we had really our work cut out for us, and it was hot. It was really difficult. Some sections had a bit of a breeze, but other sections were very, very hot, like a sauna, climbing up. But as you can see, the scenery was simply amazing. We took our time, we enjoyed it. There was no rush, we were not racing. We were just trying to enjoy the moment, although it was physically very difficult. We finally had the summit in sight, just a couple of kilometers to do, a couple hundred meters to climb to reach the summit. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of us on the top. Martin was way ahead, so he went, and we just kind of dashed down the mountain, putting on our jackets and long sleeve. Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience descending for such long distances. You know, this was 1,400 meters of vertical drop down to Bormio. Yeah, it's this balance between speed and safety. So you have to be careful, you know, not to come too quick into a bend and lose traction. But all in all, we did very good job. It was, I think, amazing to go fast, but to stay secure and to stay on our wheels upright. So it's a really good feeling after a long day of climbing. The climbing was tough. I struggled in the last maybe 100 meters. I started cramping, so I walked a little bit, took some salt tablets, and finally was able to finish. And then the descending was great. It was really fun and easy, and yeah, kind of adrenaline driven. It was very nice. So we enjoyed coming back to the city, but I was beat. It was a really tough day for our first day in the mountains.